Hey guys, what's up? Geometry5 here, of course, and in this commentary, I'm going to be comparing the AUG versus the Famas, and also sharing with you guys some domination tactics. So let's get started with this. So the AUG and the Famas are basically the same exact weapon. The only difference is the recoil on both weapons and the raise and drop time. So recoil on the AUG is 60 to the left and right, 60 to the top, and 30 to the bottom. So what that means pretty much is that most of your recoil is going to go straight up, and it's not going to go left to right or, well, no gun really recoils down, but yeah, it's typically just going to go straight up. Now, the Famas is a little bit different. The Famas has 10 on the left, 60 on the right, 60 on the top, and 20 on the bottom. So this means most of your recoil is going to go up and to the right. So how is this going to affect your gameplay? Well, the AUG, you can kind of like spam the trigger, so like you can kind of spray through ammo without really caring that much. Unless you are long range, you can just like tap fire and you'll be fine. And yeah, so for the Famas though, getting those like mid-range, close-range engagements is a little bit different because you gotta kind of time your shots a little bit more, maybe aim down and kind of dictate where you should aim. But they're virtually the same weapon. It's kind of hard to notice. If you take that into account when using the Famas, it'll help a little bit more. And the other difference I said was the raise time and the drop time. So the AUG's raise time is actually faster than the Famas's. The AUG's raise time is 0.7 seconds and its drop time is 0.6 seconds. And the Famas's raise time is 0.7 seconds and its drop time is 0.7 seconds as well. And that's 0.7 and 0.6. I should have stated that, but so that means it's just a slight difference, but if you're taking out your secondary with your Famas, it's going to take a split second longer, and I literally mean a split second longer. But yeah, other than that, guys, the Famas and the AUG are virtually the same. The damage is 35 at about 30 meters, and then it drops off to 25 a bit farther than that. And I'm getting all this information at Den Kearson's website. If you just want to Google search Den Kearson, it'll come out. So I'll probably put a link in the description because this is a really handy website. Nextly, I wanted to talk about the domination tactics that I like to use and that my team usually tries to use whenever we're playing. It's kind of hard to manipulate everybody at the same time, but if we can get everybody on the same page, this works really well. So whenever I play domination, the first thing I want to do is rush B. Rushing B is really important because it'll give you control of the most high traffic area of the map usually, and it'll let you dictate the enemy spawn a bit better. Nextly, I said nextly earlier, didn't I? Well, anyway, in transition, the other thing you want to do is not have your whole team on A. What you want to do instead is just have 2 people on A and then the other 4 people go to B with you, and that'll really help your team out because usually randoms or the other team, which is usually randoms if you're playing pub, is gonna have their whole team getting on A, and that's not exactly the smartest thing to do because then B is gonna be really open for them. And if they don't do that, having the 4 people going to B on your team is really gonna help you guys get that B flag a little bit easier, just to have that extra support. And yeah, so if it's a big map, however, you want to have one person like flank around to the enemy spawn. So one person gets on A, 4 people get on B or A or C. One person gets on A or C. 4 people go to B, and then the other person, like, he can have like a ghost class with a silencer or maybe a marathon lightweight class, and he can run all the way around to their spawn and kind of raise some havoc over there. But if you're gonna do that, you want to have one person who like capped A or C stay back at A or C just to keep the spawns right, because you really don't want to flip the spawns in domination. It just gets kind of wacky, kind of discombobulated, and yeah, it's just never really a good idea to do. So that's typically how I run domination, and it's always good to communicate. So callouts are very important for domination. If you're running with a full party, of course, I'm gonna stress that a lot. Run a full party and use callouts. So for Crisis, I've seen T Martin's Crisis callouts vid, and like that is so helpful. I thank T Martin for putting those up because that is so helpful. Helps me out, helps my teammates out. If everybody watches that one video, the callouts are just universal pretty much. And if one person hears that callout, then they know, okay, that's where he is. That's that building over there. So typically, for Crisis, there's like a bunch of callouts. We call one the cave. That's the middle, like, entrance into B, kind of the connector between the two maps. And then where B is obviously we just say, hey, B Dom, if we're not playing Domination, or just B, of course. And then up here is Top Rock, and then Top Rock sandbags if you want to get a little bit more, Oh, I got a phone call. I'm sorry, I can't answer. I just can't. So, anyway, what was I talking about? Callouts. That's right, callouts. So, of course, right here. Ah, hello.
Hello? Hi, is this Lydia Bernardo?
No. Yeah, it is, but I'm not Lydia.
Lydia.
No, I'm not.
W-I-D. Okay, so I have the wrong number.
Yeah.
Alright, well, thank you.
Yep, bye. That was priceless. I hope you guys heard all of that, because that was hilarious. I accidentally opened my phone. I thought I pressed end call, but it turns out I just pressed quiet the call, and this lady's like, hey, are you Lydia? And I'm just like, no, I'm not Lydia. Oh crap, she said my phone number. I gotta edit that out. Don't. Crap. You better not steal my phone number and start texting me if you caught that. If you manipulate my audio and try to catch it, because I'm gonna put it out of there. So, alright, back to callouts. Oh man, that was priceless. So, callouts. This building right here is like pretty much Havoc building. That's where a ton of Havoc happens, a ton of stuff goes on, and yeah, I pretty much call it Havoc building usually. I haven't really used that callout much, and that's not T Martin's callout, but I kind of take T Martin's callouts, kind of manipulate them, use them as my own, maybe add a little style to them, because, you know, that's how I am. And yeah, so in this game, I ran out of ammo a lot, and I was kind of getting bored with the other team because they were dying a lot, and it was just like they were using crappy weapons. So I'm just like, you know what, I'm going to pick up those crappy weapons. And it's not always the best thing to do, but if you want to have some fun, pick up their weapons, mess around with them. And yeah, one guy was using the Uzi with rapid fire, which I don't quite understand, but hey, that happens sometimes. So guys, final score, I go 23-2. That's how I play Domination, and I prefer the AUG. Geometry 5 signing out. See ya.